Check out CD Archery, performance ILF risers for hunters to world champions. cdarchery.com. Made right here in the United States of America.
What tab are you shooting?
Ghost!
Ghost tab, obviously.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, archerypass.com, for all your traditional archery needs. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. I hope everyone can hear and see me. If you get a chance and you're on right now, can you please leave a comment? I see that Michael's left a comment. Hector's left a comment. Fawn, Michael, and Melanie are on board, so really excited about that. And we have a guest star today. Look at Santo dropping in like nobody's business here. Hey, Santo, how you doing?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Great. Thanks for calling me like 8 times or 12 times and telling me to get you on the show. I appreciate that. I mean, put a fire in them. No, I'm kidding.
Well, thanks for being the world traveler. You're in Italy. You're in wherever else you went.
I know I've been all over the place, but hey, yeah, it's good to get you back on the show. And as usual, you're one of my favorite people in the entire archery community. So it's great to get you on here and talk a little bit about archery. I want to apologize to everyone that is a fan of the show or at least watches the show. Or I haven't done a lot lately. It has been a stressful while, and I know everyone's got an excuse, and I got one too. So I just want to say thanks very much for tuning in tonight, and we appreciate it. So we're going to talk about Santo. We're going to talk to Santo a little bit today, ask him what he's been up to, and then talk a little bit about Team USA and how you can support them. If you take a look, there's a scroll along the bottom. It is the GoFundMe. I want to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on with GoFundMe here for Santo. I want to read something that Megan put on for the GoFundMe. It's on the first page. If you click on the link, anyone that knows him knows Santo's dedication to archery has not only earned him numerous awards and honors throughout the years, but that his passion is also infectious, which is true, 100% true. He continuously mentors and shares his knowledge with so many others, young and old, new, seasoned, you name it. Any questions, anytime. He is always happy to help and advance in love, and he loves the sport. So I believe that's 100% true. Santo, you correct me if I'm wrong, but all you got to do is reach out to him on Facebook or Instagram, and he always gets back to you when he's got time. I know he's busy.
Yeah, I usually get back to everybody. During the day is a little rough for me, but I do all my Facebooking in the evenings.
Yeah, well, don't expect during the day. I mean, let him feed his family. So I want to add here something too. At the very end, this is important for everyone to know that maybe does not know. All USA archery teams are completely self-funded. I want to say that again, completely self-funded. It's all about supporting the community, getting over to these GoFundMe pages that these archers, the best of us, have to go out and they have to start to raise money. It's humbling, I imagine. So don't make it so. Just go there and just when you see it, don't think about it. Put your $20 down, $30, $40, $1,500, whatever you got in the bank at the time. Break over your piggy bank. Help these. These are the best of the best. They're representing your country. So really appreciate that. I just want to let everyone know that that's important. And I won't belabor it, but make sure you get over there to the GoFundMe. And that's not what this podcast was about. We really just wanted to talk to you and get caught up because it's been so long. So what have you been up to?
Lots of stuff. I'm always up to work. For those that don't know, I own a tile company, and we've been going strong for a long time. And things are that, the phone keeps ringing every day, and we keep doing them big, beautiful bathrooms. And yeah, it's fun making other people's dreams come true,
Yeah, I personally am not letting my wife watch this because she's been bugging me about getting the bathroom.
We've talked. I'm actually coming out next month.
I'm a little concerned about that, to be honest with you. All the talking she's doing with you. Yeah, come on down. We'll put you up down here. We'll have a beautiful place for you. We'll shoot, and you could tile during the day.
Yeah.
So
I do travel. I'll travel, especially for friends. I'll travel for friends.
Yeah, I don't have any tools. You'd have to bring your tools with you.
Not a problem. I can build a house with everything that's in my truck.
I want to say hi to everyone that's on. Hey, if you haven't left a message on the side in the chat, we get to see it. Again, Michael Holzman's on, Hector, Fawn, Michael's on twice here for some reason. Melanie Marshall's on. Sam, hey, yo, Sam, how you doing? I posted something on Facebook after the push did. Man, I just keep killing it with your awesome made in U.S. products. Mendagas is on.
Sam, get my longbow limbs done yet?
Are you doing longbow limbs, Sam? You got to let us know, man.
Me.
Yeah, for you. Okay, great. Jared, thanks for helping and sharing and pass the message around. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Ken, how you doing? John, Chip's here. Jared, of course, shirt off. He's gonna get weird, I think, in the comments. So everyone pay attention to that. Oh, Karen's there. That's why. Kenneth Hogue, who's local, and is a great shot. He's getting better and better all the time. Chris, Matt, Yaka's here. Why did I get Yaka in here? You draw a big crowd, Santo. What's going on, man?
I called out to my peeps and they showed up.
Really? And Levi's even here. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you. And Fawn Gerard. I get nervous when Fawn's on.
How do you do that? Like that?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Hi, Rick. Sam, awesome. Shiloh Butts is on.
My man Shiloh.
Dude, did he just win something? Did he just do something good too? I think.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm sure he has. Yeah. Okay. Woot. Jesse's on.
He did do something.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, recently. I just forget what it was.
Tony Tall.
Tony Tall. Oh yeah, Tony.
Talk about Tony Tall for a second.
Oh my God. Yeah, go ahead. Tony's great.
He cleaned house at a bunch of shoots this summer. He comes up to Etar.
Yeah.
He shot first in the Eagle Eye, the number one shooter.
Yeah.
Like pinwheels the thing. Nobody else hits it. He takes home the Eagle Eye. I think he got $1,000, maybe 1,200, something like that. Awesome. With a self bow, wood arrow. The guy's incredible.
He's just so when I look at him, he's trad archery, man. He is
to the T, right?
To the T. And I talked to him on my show, about where are you from? Everyone thinks you're from the South. He's from Indiana, isn't he? Or yeah, he's from Indiana. Anyway,
don't judge a book by its cover.
No. Hey, David, good to see you, my friend. Dave's got a new product in the market, so that's awesome as well. So congratulations. It looks like it's doing good. It's getting a lot of marketing and advertising, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave's coming out with a bunch of new stuff coming your way from Whiskey City. Keep an eye out for.
Great marketing and advertising he's doing right now. If you haven't seen any of that Whiskey City traditional or Whiskey City Archers, or it's there's a lot going on. Illinois. He's from Illinois. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Not David. It's not from Illinois. Well, he might be too. Anyway, I'm so far out of it right now. When you get involved and then you're like in it, and I know you are, and that's why I want to talk to you. I want to catch up on everything to do trad archery. So tell us a little bit, really though. Let's hear a little bit about Argentina though, and what you're doing, where you're going, how you're prepping, and all that stuff. Let's get going. Yeah.
So this is the first ever Pan American Games, right?
Yeah.
It starts off with the indoor competition in September. There are 5 of us going. And now this wasn't a team that they had a trials for. Basically, you sign up, you're on the team, you go. So yeah, there's 5 of us going, and it's basically indoor, just like Lancaster without the 11. You know,
Right.
we're only going to shoot. I think it's a 300 round per day, so no back to backs, and so it's pretty easy going.
Okay, so you said that there was trials for this event.
There's no trials for the Pan American Games at all. So the indoor shoot or the field shoot in November.
Okay.
Basically, if you want to go, you go on USA Archery's website and just keep clicking until you find the sign up and get on the list and go.
Yeah. So have you been practicing? You're in the barebow division.
I am. I usually shoot longbow,
Yeah.
But I was asked to do the competition for a few different reasons, and it's only barebow. There is no other style for indoor.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can shoot longbow. You just at a distance.
Yeah, but I shoot 60 to 80 points higher with my my big WF-29. Yeah.
You know what I get? You know what I get a lot on my channel? It's like, it's a good point. A lot of people say yeah, I'd like to see you shoot, that WF-29 that's, $1,000 or shoot a Samick Sage. Sorry. I'm not telling you how much I paid. Anyway, the Samick Sage,
And compare.
And compare. And I tell everyone the same thing. I mean, dude, it's no competition. I mean,
yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about different boats?
I'll give you a little story about that. Without drawing attention to anybody, there was an organization this year that wanted to drop modern longbow from their repertoire.
Yeah.
So they, IBO, TAS, they all put in this modern style, right? So you have recurve and modern recurve. You have longbow, modern longbow. One, you have to shoot a wood riser and carbon arrows, and modern you could shoot a metal riser and carbon arrows, and one you have to shoot wood and wood. So I was a big advocate for keeping that class. I've won that class a couple times, and I stepped up and said, listen, don't take my word for it. Go back and look at the scores. So he went back, looked at the scores, and said, you're right. They're consistently shooting 20, 30 points higher in the recurve class.
Mm-hmm.
So we saved modern longbow, because of that. Typically we get 30 to 35, usually 40 at max. 42 was the highest shooters in that class. So people are coming out to shoot it,
Yeah. Just put as many, whatever you're comfortable shooting, right? I mean, we should have as many classes as we need. I mean, if you get people coming out and it's well, attended, then just do it. I mean, just have them do it, and don't limit the classes, because some people just love shooting modern longbow. Right. Some people love shooting longbow, modern longbow. So the difference is that you get to use carbon arrows, right? In modern,
yeah,
and you get to shoot off, yeah. And so you can have a metal rise 3-piece longbow, right?
Yeah, you can use an ILF if you want. I mean, that was the thing. I basically took my hunting bow into competition. The same exact setup I use in the woods, I took to competition.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why not?
That's just crazy to me. That's crazy to me because we did get a question. So Jared was asking, if you're going to shoot barebow, tell us your setup. Let's talk about your setup there. But just 1 second before we go there, you're shooting your hunting rig, and I'm like, I don't know how anyone does that. I don't know how anyone does a hunting. What was it? Was it 45, 48 and above, 46 and above, 50, 55?
No. My hunting rig right now is a Dryad Mountain Light riser.
Yeah.
With a set of Dryad longbow limbs.
Yeah.
And my poundage is it's 45 at 30 inches.
Okay, so not too bad. Not too bad. Pull it back and let it go. I don't know what these guys are saying. What's a warped? What was your hunting bow warped?
I think you meant to say wharf.
Warped?
Warp.
No.
Yeah.
No, but then Yak is there might be a modern warped longbow class.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. No, okay. My riser is not warped.
We're not going to talk about. We're not going there today.
No,
we're not going there. Yaka, you know what? You need to let that go. Okay. Let's talk about, so of the million bows that you have, which none of them are behind you, by the way. You got 2 fenders behind you, but
I got a timber point always by my side.
Always, right? Is that home protection? Is that your home protection? Look at that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it can be.
You load it up with 4 arrows and just like fire it at anyone walking through the front door. Hey, so what are you shooting? You got a ton of bows. What are you shooting in Argentina?
Yeah, so I'm shooting a WF-29.
Yep.
I tried the 27 and the 29 side by side, and I shot better with the 29. The 29 just sits nicer. It's very stable. I'm not a great barebow shooter. I don't do it enough. But I know what feels right, and the 29 felt better. I'm shooting Zest mediums. They are 36s, and they come out to 41.5 pounds right at my draw at 30 inches.
Yeah. And if Sam can get you limbs, you shoot those, right? You'll shoot longbow limbs.
I'll throw everything else away if Sam sends me some limbs.
I mean, if you haven't checked out Sam's website, people drool. I drool over his limbs. They're so cool.
I was actually going to get a set of his limbs, but there wasn't enough time. Sam has a long list, and I didn't want to bump somebody. He didn't want to bump somebody to make me a special set of limbs to go down here for one shoot. So when I get back, Sam and I are going to be doing some things together. But yeah, they're amazing, right?
Yeah. Hey guys, get some serious questions in the chat, and I will definitely ask them. We're
not serious questions.
I do. Yeah. First of all, everyone loves your timber point. Let's have another look at it. Dude, there's a long.
This is the only one that's up here. The other ones are
there's a long list for that too. I had to get those. It's a long wait. How much does that thing weigh?
With the quiver, the wood arrows, and everything, it's exactly 5 pounds.
Yeah, 5 pounds, eh? Oof. Okay, here's a serious question. Let's talk practice sessions. What do your sessions consist of, and what is the overall goal of your trip? That's a great question, dude.
Yeah. Who was that?
That's Joshua. Josh.
My man.
Josh Miller, man.
Love that guy.
He's coming on soon too. I need to get him on here.
He's a great guy. What was the first part?
I'll put it back up there. We have a friend anniversary today, by the way, me and Josh. It's our 2-year anniversary. Practice session. What are you doing for practice?
What do I do for practice? Lately, it's just been going through some 300 rounds. I've been shooting for over 25 years. Like, I know how to shoot the bow, right? My form is pretty good. My problem, because I'm a big round guy, is longevity.
Yeah.
And like making it to the end without fatiguing out, right?
Yeah.
So lately, that's what I've been doing. I've been shooting just straight up 300 rounds, scoring, come inside, 2 hours later, go out and do it again.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then your diet's consisting of tofu and Diet Coke?
Yeah, cheeseburgers, and I drink plain iced tea.
You got to get on the Miller diet or whatever he's doing. And he looks fit as heck. And he got that from Delano.
Yeah.
Delano, I saw he had something. So, I mean, I need to do it is what I'm saying. So you and me can do it.
The stresses of like my day starts. I'm not making excuses, but my day starts at typically 4:30 in the morning and goes to about 9:30 every night. And I am going nonstop. Whether it's work stuff, practice stuff, meeting stuff, I find myself doing really, really good for like a month, 2 months, and then it just goes to, out the window. It's discipline. It takes a lot of discipline to do it. And I did it. I lost 70 pounds at one point a few years back. And I didn't put it all back on, but it looks like it's going that way, right? I gotta get back on the horse.
Someone named Fawan Girard says, you look amazing, too sexy for this sport.
That's
who that is. Hey?
Ken's wife.
Oh, Ken. Yeah, that's right. Ken's wife. Okay, I know who she is.
That's Talc's mom.
That's Talc's mom. It's funny. It's funny talking to Ken sometimes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Just call me Fawn's wife, Fawn's husband, not wife. Anyway, so it's fun getting you on the show. So you have how much pounds are you holding on the fingers? Did you already tell us that?
Yeah, it's 41, 42. It's 41 and a half on that, last chance scale.
So, and then what arrows are you using for that setup?
I shoot Black Eagle. Yeah.
You shoot Black Eagle what? What are they?
I shoot the PS23s for indoor.
Okay.
Especially for this competition. So for this competition, we are shooting a 3-spot vertical. At Lancaster, we shoot a single spot, 40 centimeter, right? Yeah, for this shoot, it's a 3-spot, and I was going between my X Impacts, which are really set up for field, and the PS23s, and I was scoring higher with the PS23s. They're fatter, right? I'm cracking every line I can, so I stuck with them.
Yeah, 23s, yeah. It's good. Yeah. Line breakers. Yeah. And so you had your point on with that, right? You like to be up against the knock. I
do. So I'm a gap shooter. I learned how to gap shoot from watching Dwayne at Trad Worlds about 10 years ago. So I tried to string walk. I mean, listen, I have John Demmer as a string walking coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's tried to help me a few different times one-on-one, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. I gave it an honest try, and I don't know, it just feels weird to me. So I stuck with gap because.
So we should clarify who John Demmer is for people who don't know. John Demmer is a fly fisherman from Pennsylvania.
That's probably my problem. I should probably pick somebody who's good at archery.
That would be better. Why don't you ask Fawn?
I should ask Fawn.
Ask Fawn. Yeah. Ken's on too. Holy smokes. We'll get the whole shooting match today. People have been dying for content, dying to see Santo. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Dove hunting. They want to know if you want to go dove hunting while you're in Argentina. That seems to be a hobby out there.
Yeah, I want to go fly fishing when I'm in Argentina.
Yeah. Dude, are you in Buenos Aires? I don't know where it is.
It's in Buenos Aires, yeah.
Yeah, Buenos Aires. So steak capital of the world. That's where you get the best steak in the world.
Yes, I'll let you know how it is.
Oh, absolutely. Let me know how it is. I used to have a boss who's Argentinian, and he's like, they're like the Europeans of South America. That's what they think. Yeah. And so they're very they're like the Italians of South America, and
there's a lot of Italians there. A lot of Italians fled there after the wars.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of Italians, a lot of Germans.
A lot of Germans too.
Where was I going with that? Where was I going? It's been a long time since I did this. People, don't give me a hard time. I did have a couple questions here though. Let me see. So the hunting. The 3-shot, the 3 vertical. So let's talk a little bit about that. You mentioned it. As a guy who's not very good at archery, I have a hard time focusing on one spot, then the second spot, then the third spot. Do you have a set order that you go in? And then how do you focus? How do you keep the other 2 spots out of your vision sort of?
It's hard, and this is my first time as well. I've never had to shoot in a competition a 3-spot. Everything we do is always on a single spot, so I've never had to do it. So I ordered 40 targets from Lancaster, and I've been practicing. I put 3 of them going across, and for practice, I've been shooting randomly. I won't shoot straight up and down. I'll just, I'll go back and forth between the 9 targets. I'm pretty sure you have to go either top down or bottom up, but whichever way you go, you have to stay that way. You can't jump around. But I've been practicing top down.
Yeah.
And it seems to work okay. I mean, the thing is, like, my setup is pretty accurate, and I'm point on. So wherever I put that tip, typically that's where it goes. So I don't get confused about shooting the wrong target. They are far enough away that they're not in that same spot that you're aiming.
Liz Coleman is
She's
asking.
coming. Liz will be there in Argentina.
Yeah. She said she set it all up. She said she's the one. And sorry, Liz, I should probably talk to you a little bit too about this, but you can comment in the comments and any questions you might have or anything you want us to discuss about Argentina, because that's kind of what we're talking about, USA and you guys going over there. So she's bottom, muddle, top. Why? Shadows. Middle, top. So I get that. That makes great sense to me. Yeah, that makes great sense to me. But you're not doing that. You said top down, right?
Yeah, I've been shooting top down.
Okay. And any chance that you might change it or before you go? No, right?
Probably not. I've been doing it now for 2 months, so I don't think I'm going to change up what I'm doing unless I have to when I get there,
Gold anyway. I don't understand these people in the comments. You're only looking at gold anyway. I mean, there's no
little tiny dime size X is what I'm looking at.
But here, even Yak has given the advice: do bottom up, top down leaves shadows on the target. I don't know. Everyone's different, and Fawn's right. And so, get what you get, and I think that's probably dependent on how you shoot and how you set up, and that makes the most sense. Yeah. So, how do you feel? How does your shot feel right now?
Great. I'm shooting. Anytime before a big competition, I always ramp up my practice when I'm engaged. I mean, honestly, like the past few years, I don't even practice before I go to these shoots. I don't do anything different. I'm always shooting my bow anyway. So what is practice, right? Like, but I'm really putting time in for this one. I'm probably shooting close to at least an hour to 2 hours every day.
How many hours? So are you shooting just really good arrows, or are you shooting a lot of arrows in those 2 hours?
No, every shot. I walk through my step every shot. You have to, especially for indoor. Form is everything with this. We can all kind of shoot good, but your form is key with indoor.
Tell me what your form is. Tell me your shot process, if you don't mind walking me through it.
It's actually pretty simple. Like I set my grip, first I set my stance first always. And then my grip is really important to me. Like I've been modifying the grips on my bows now that I'm not scared to cut them. I mean, 3 brand new timber points I took a Dremel tool to.
What?
Yeah. Right. And yeah, it's silly, but I did the same thing to, I have R-core grips on my WF risers, and I did the same thing. I just shaved a little bit off, the palm where I wanted it super flat, and I just shaved it off, and it fits great. So to me, your grip is one of the most important things on a bow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll set my grip. It's all about breaking it down into sections for me. I'll raise my bow arm up, and that's another thing that I've been working on extensively. I'm known for like waving at people in my shot. Like my bow arm hits the ground before the arrow's even gone, right? So I've been working on my bow arm, and it's showing. It's
Yeah.
paying off. So, but I'll get my grip set. I'll bring the bow up. I don't even start aiming until I draw back. But when I get back, I anchor in the corner of my mouth.
Okay.
I have a 3-point anchor system where I use my feather to nose, but I don't use it as like a trigger. I actually use it as almost like a draw check. I know if my head is straight, the string hits my eyebrow, and my nose touches the feather, that I'm in good head alignment. I have that sight picture that I like to see. My string angle is right down the right side of my riser,
The string blur, yeah.
Yeah, the string blur is right down the right side of the riser. And once all those things are connected, then I start aiming. I typically will bounce back and forth from the target to the tip to the target till it clears up. And then I'm on the target and make a clean release. Keep your bow arm straight, And
Yeah.
that's one of my biggest problems. One of my biggest problems was dropping my bow arm.
Yeah, fall through strong bow arm. Okay, so tell me about Liz, just really quick. She's. Do you visualize the shot? I'm assuming before he gets the grip while he's I don't know. Do you ever visualize the shot going to 10 ring?
Well, I'll tell you what. Shooting these big PS23s with 250 grains up front and big 5-inch feathers. I mean, you can watch that arrow all the way to the target. It's like, I didn't chrono it, but I guarantee you it's like 140. Like,
Wow.
It's like throwing a softball. It's awesome. And
Yeah. Who doesn't love to watch an arrow go, and especially spin, right? Those big 5-inch feathers, you get to see the spin on the helical. Okay, overcoming. So first of all, a couple of things: overcoming jet lag, it's kind of straight down. So I don't know if there'd be a lot of jet lag, maybe a bit. Not like going to Europe, but overcoming that travel lulls. That one, two, stress. Anytime you put on that jersey, that U.S. jersey, you got stress, you got pressure, you are supposed to win. Take a look at the women's soccer team. Right. People are crushing them because they lost, right? Because they had USA on the front of their shirt, and that's I'm putting pressure on you. I don't care. You got a long time before that. You're putting on the USA shirt. There's pressure. People expect you to win. So what is it that, how are you going to overcome that pressure? How do you do that?
Well, the jet lag part of it, I'm not real worried about. It's an overnight flight and they're only an hour behind us. They're on your time, right? So, that part I'm not real worried about. I don't like flying anyway. So 11 and a half hour flight. So that part I'm not real worried about. The pressure part, like I can deal with the pressure. I mean, I've been in some high pressure situations over the years. Some people might not know this, but I have 9 TAS belt buckles. So I've been in quite a bit of shoot-offs. I've been for prizes.
Absolutely.
And that doing it for so long, I think, I still get the shakes and butterflies. And honestly, when I'm at that point, I shoot my best. You can go back and look at scores from all the shoots I've been in. I end up in like 6th or 7th place and then come back and end up in the top 3. Because as the pressure builds for me, I shoot better. Yeah. It's always been that way. I still have not done well at Trad World. And I blame it 100% on the drive. So it's 15 hours to Pappy's. Yeah. If it's at Pappy's, it's 15 hours for me.
Yeah.
if it's in what's it called? The other place?
Oh, yeah, not Tennessee,
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot the name.
Well, when it's over there, that's 10 hours for me. But Pappy's is tough. Like I usually make that drive at night, like in the middle, all night long.
Pipe stem, yeah.
So I'm down. Pipe stem, yes.
Pipe stem, sorry. Yeah.
So like I'm worn out by the time I get there, and I always wind up in that fifth, sixth spot, and can't recover just from fatigue from driving there, And it's usually 110 degrees when you're
That's
there.
what I was getting. I want to get you there because I think when you're at Trad Worlds, it is balls hot. I mean, you're sweating like your whole clothes are wet through. Like
The first time I met you was that you came to that Trad Worlds, and we were all standing out in the middle of the parking lot in the field, and I just got my new truck, and we had it with the doors wide open with all the air conditioning blasting out of it because we were all about to die.
Yeah, it was pretty
102 or something like that.
It was brutal. It was brutal.
15 was the heat index.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Hey man, so that's where I met Santo too. Ken Reina says at Trad Worlds maybe.
Yeah, I met Ken a long time ago, 2015, or it was either 2015 or 2016.
I still loved his performance in Italy. That was televised.
Amazing.
I thought he was amazing. I thought he did incredibly well. I can't believe the level of pressure. He's a very even keeled type dude, but amazing way to stick it together. I mean, I was so impressed with his performance there. I still kind of think about that when I shoot. Like that kind of gives me motivation to be less stressed out. Anytime I pull the bow back. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, we're getting a little long. Any other questions that anyone might have in the chat? Give you a couple minutes, and then we'll cut you free, and we'll let you get back to your family and whatever else you were doing tonight. And I really appreciate everyone that showed up and came out. Don't forget, I got to do some self promotion. Get over to my YouTube channel if you don't already subscribe to it. Just give me a subscription. What's wrong with you guys? Get going. I mean, Jared, every time he gets mad at me, Mullis says, I just unsubscribed to your YouTube channel. And when he feels better, then he subscribes back again. So I lose one guy. I know it's him all the time. I don't get it for a while. Any last questions for Santo before we let him go?
I wanted to touch on the PayPal stuff, because there's a lot of PayPal stuff going on right now. In the archery world. And it's because we're self-funded, right?
Yep.
My trip, I have my own business. Our trip was paid for. I started this GoFundMe to help this team. And there's a team going back to Argentina in November for the field shoot. So yeah, we're all in this community, but if you share it with your community, they'll pick up some weight. So everybody needs help nowadays. And and what it does too is it draws attention to us that we are self-funded. There's other countries that they are 100% paid. They get, that's great. We're not. And there's a lot of money out there in the archery industry, but it always seems like the single string people are always last on the list. And, and I understand that. I worked in a bow shop for a long time, and I've seen both sides of it. And, but my heart is with the single string people. So I'm going to do whatever I can to help and raise as much money as I can to help the people that are going to these shoots that can't afford to go. You're going to make a donation to the Single String Club. And, whatever you can do, anything helps.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. Guys,
we shared it on my personal Facebook, my wife's Facebook, and our community came out of the woodwork to help us. I mean, there's people that I haven't talked to in 20 years donated to that fund. We're close to the $5,000 mark. And it's, the majority of that money is going to go to help archers pay for tournaments that, that they can't on their own. So if you can, share as much as you can, get it out there and see if we can, see what we can do as a community, raise as much money as we can.
Yeah, I think it's important. The money, not to harp again on the money, but it is important to get the best archers to put the shirt on the USA, and the more money that we have in the sport that can help those good archers. Santo, you do a great job because you're self-funded a lot and you have your own business. Some people aren't as fortunate or just don't have. So, it's great to help them out and get the best possible archers out there. So they, again, when you put on a shirt that says USA on it, and I'm not American, I'm Canadian, as you guys all well know, but when we see the USA, we know that they're there to win and we're the underdogs. Like if in Canada, I'll tell you that right now, just some insight there. We just assume, well, USA is going to win. So there's a lot of pressure on those guys. And so we need the best possible players out there. And
I cried my eyes out when I opened the box. Cried my eyes out, dude. I could not control it. It just came over me. It's overwhelming. I'm honored that Fawn asked me to go. It really means a lot to me, and I'm going to do whatever I can to bring home a big shiny gold buckle, big gold medallion.
Just have fun, dude. Who cares about? I know I'm putting pressure on you. I'm saying you got to win, but go out there, have fun, do what you do.
Have you ever known me not to have fun?
No, you're always having fun. That's why I met you. Fun. You're supposed to get ready for shooting. You're out trying to cool down in the parking lot. Shoot your shot, as my coach Jeff Hale says, who's just chimed in. Shoot your shot.
My uncle Jeff.
Yep. And so just get that done. Miller wants to know though, just before we, I think this will be the last one. Any specific drills that you're doing, real quick?
I've been doing holding drills a lot. That's something new for me. I don't really like blind bail anymore. If I'm having serious troubles, I will, but that's not like, but holding drills for me, I'm trying to build my back up, right? That's my biggest thing. I have back problems anyway. I'm actually having a procedure at 7:00 tomorrow morning, on my back. But I need to get stronger, like that old thing. If you get your front stronger, your back will follow, right? I need to get, my core needs work. I know it does. So, but one of the things I've been doing is just holding drills, It's been working. Everything that I've been doing so far has been making progress. So, I just keep on that same path.
Yeah. I'm just going to give a shout out to Mo.
Mo's here.
I don't talk to her or see her anymore. I hope you're doing good.
Mo needs to start showing up to some shoots.
Yeah. She's got her thing. She got her thing going on too. So, we all do. I love, I've been cracking up this whole time. I know you guys have been seeing me laugh, but every time Jared posts something, it's something cuckoo. I would pay for Santo yoga. It is amazing. We love you too, man. We love you too. And so does everyone in the comments, Mo. So keep going. Good to see you. Okay. Guys, I think unless Santo, any last comments from you on anything you want to say or talk about before we call it a night?
No, I'm good. Honestly, I wanted to come on and see you and say hi. It's been a while since you've been on, so it's a good excuse to get you off the couch.
It's not the couch. I am telling you, I'm working my butt off. Don't even say that. It has been a lot going on, and I like to get out here and promote. I want to promote archery, as you know, and I think that everyone that's joined today, I appreciate every single one of you guys that get on here. You are my mentors. You are my coaches. You are my inspiration to just do anything archery. There's some big names here in the field, and people who are just promoting archery like you. And I think you're a good example, Santo, and you're always a great ambassador to talk to and fun to talk to, quite frankly. And just, I love your spirit and your energy that you bring to the archery. And Team USA. And I don't know who that kid is. Who is it? Who is that?
That's Thomas.
Thomas. He's a tomcat?
Long story. All of our animals are rescues.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I just figured that. Yeah.
He's a bruiser. He was disheveled when we found him.
Yeah. It is good.
No, we need to, and you know, we need more attention brought on us. We just got compound put into the Olympics, right?
Good point. Yeah, good. Yeah.
So anything archery is good. It's going to trickle down. Anything archery is good.
100%.
We're going to see it in our lifetime. We are going to see bear bow on the bigger scale, like in the Olympics. And so, anything we can do to promote the sport of archery is a plus.
Yeah.
We have some really great ambassadors out there, people like Fawn, people like John. There's some great people out there. Dwayne, I could keep going. Yaka's on here. There's some great people out there that are promoting our sport and everything they do. And, everything helps. So,
yeah, we lose people every day. We lose people every day in traditional archery too, in meaning they just get disenfranchised with it. And I think we got to keep the positive attitude. I think it's that the community is starting to spread apart a little bit. I want to get us back together.
Yeah.
We're such a good group when we're together, whether it's barebow, longbow. Barebow's not better than longbow. Barebow's not better than recurve. Recurve's not better than longbow. Longbow's not better than barebow. And we're all in this as single string archers.
I have to stay off of some of these sites because, like, I'm Italian, right? And sometimes my temper gets going, and like I don't go on traditional bow hunters because of the stuff that's going through my head when I read it. I had a conversation with Dwayne over the summer, and he was like, sometimes you just got to cut things out of your life that you don't want, that aren't positive, right? And like I had to do it. I just sometimes you have to do it. I can't take it when people fight about oh, he's shooting an ILF bow, he's not trad. What does that even mean? Right?
I don't know. Why do we gotta go? I mean, if it's if it's fun, if we're razzing each other and it's just a fun thing, then okay. But if that's something that is in your dogma and you go, nope, this one doesn't shoot split finger, they're not trad, they're not shooting instinctive, they're not trad. If that's your dogma, you're the wrong person for the sport. That's not our people. Our people are like all inclusive, everyone welcome.
Yeah. Unless
you're a compound shooter, then go.
I own 10, I have 10 compounds. Like I love shooting a compound.
That's the part I don't like about you. That's the part about I don't like about you.
That's fine.
No, I'm kidding. All archery's good. I know that you got like 3 or 4 crossbows.
That's, what? Honestly, that's the one thing I don't have. My neighbor wanted a Raven. So I took him up to the shop. He bought a Raven. We literally had that thing dialed in at 90 yards in 3 shots. 3 shots, 90 yards. I'm like, man, one day I'll get there.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks very much for stopping by. You've spent a lot of time with us. I appreciate it. Dude, I love talking to you, whether on Facebook, whatever. But here's the thing.
You're breaking up. Uh-oh.
Did you get that?
No.
I cut out there for
that whole thing. It was all frozen.
Oh no, that's hilarious. Hey, so just to reiterate, just to say this again, we don't have to talk every single day to stay friends. We're friends. You don't need to be there. There are days when, maybe I don't, I feel like I haven't talked to Jeff Hale in a long time, for example. but that doesn't mean I'm not his friend still. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Things come up and I don't feel bad about that. And he shouldn't feel bad about that. And, you know, still love him, still a great archer, still great to hang out with. And, you know, sometimes Josh, or, you know, sometimes I don't talk to you very often. Maddie, sometimes, you know, you talk way too much to me and it's irritating and I can't stand it. And it's stop calling me. No.
You know, sometimes we don't get to see each other but once a year, right? Whether it's at Trad Worlds or Lancaster. Some people only do those big shoots, right? And I live pretty far east, you know, compared to where most of these shoots are. So I don't get out to a lot of these shoots anymore like I used to. I used to go to everything. And some guys, you know, like Jeff, I only see Jeff. I haven't seen Jeff in 2 years. But when I see him, it's like we never left each other. It's like we see each other every day.
Yeah.
And that's a family. That's why we call it the archery family, right? Like we could be apart for a while, but when we get together, we just pick up right where we left off and we're doing something we all love. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And support one another. Like you said, like, you know, we're all we got. So if we support one another, you know, it's going to keep this thing going. We got to do whatever we can, support the shoots, you know, support your local clubs. Hopefully you can all support us at Lancaster with some longbows this year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Jeff Hale's going. He's going to be in the longbow category.
He better be.
I'm putting words in his mouth. Now that I'm talking about him, I thought I should just keep going. All right, guys, that's enough. Go home. Go do something more interesting than looking at our ugly mugs. Whatever you're doing, enjoy your day. Hunt the good stuff. Love you guys all, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks very much for joining.